God of War Ragnarok has received its best trailer in the latest State of Play, and in this video we're going to be discussing every big detail that was revealed in the trailer. Keep in mind these are all speculations, so please take it with a grain of salt, but a lot of the stuff that I'll be mentioning is pretty concrete based on what we saw. Alright, let's get right into it. The trailer begins with Atreus touching a tree, and when he touches it, it starts to glow at the exact spot that his hand is placed in. This could indicate the powers that Atreus has, or this could just be a specific tree that emits light upon anyone who touches it. Now Atreus also could be revealing a message left by Faye, because this also happens in God of War 2018. When Atreus touches something, sometimes it reveals something, which only happens when Faye leaves a message. Then we see Kratos take off his blades of chaos, drop them on the ground, and also takes his axe and lays it right beside the ashes that I'm assuming are Faye's. Notice the demeanor of Kratos. He seems very sad, almost disappointed and angry at himself. My theory is that the figure that we see later on in the trailer, when Atreus opens the door, Atreus might have been taken away by that person, which is still mysterious. People are trying to figure out who it is. A lot of people think that it is Odin, and I can see why they would think that. We still don't know what Odin looks like, but it would totally make sense for this to be Odin. The mysterious character also says this: "You don't want war, do you, Kratos?" I mean, this just adds more fuel to the fire to the fact that this is Odin. I would be surprised if it's not Odin, but I'm welcome to surprises. Now going back to the same shot where Kratos looked disappointed, we can also see the location of where he's at. During a specific shot, a window can be seen, and you can kinda tell where he's at. A lot of people are saying that it is Vanaheim, and I can see why, but it is quite hard to see, to be honest. One thing for sure though, this is definitely not the same place that we were used to in the 2018 God of War. Then we get a shot of Kratos doing some combat, and while he's fighting, we can see Tyr in the back. And what's interesting here is that Tyr is not fighting with them. He looks almost injured or just doesn't feel like fighting anymore, which is very accurate to his description for following up the 2018 God of War. Now another interesting thing is that the relationship between Kratos and Atreus is not looking very good sometimes during the trailer, which kind of makes sense if you played the 2018 God of War. We also saw some of that in that game. Now this could be due to the actions of Odin that influenced Atreus, or it could be something else that Atreus is hiding from Kratos, which as a result made Kratos very angry. Then we can see Atreus holding a small ball. Now we also saw a small ball in a previous trailer. The only difference is that in the new trailer, Atreus is holding a black ball. Meanwhile, in the previous trailer, it was a blue ball. Now the speculation is that Atreus will use these two balls in order to summon the two wolves that can be seen later on in the trailer. Next up, we can see Freya cutting the mistletoe necklace that Atreus had on. And obviously this would be pretty emotional for her, because that was a reminder of the death of her son. Then we can see Kratos and Atreus get attacked by two Valkyries. It looks like an insane and intense battle, and my guess this is gonna be one of the most difficult ones in the game. It looks like they're not even in the same realm anymore in this clip, but one thing for sure, this will be a hell of a battle, and I'm sure these battles will happen a lot during the game. Then as the trailer plays a lot of clips of combat, we can hear Odin try to play mind games on Kratos by disrespecting him and saying stuff like this.
What do you even know of Godhood? In your lifetimes, has anyone ever worshipped you? Ever prayed to you? Can you even imagine that kind of love? No!
Then Kratos and Atreus can be seen sitting next to Skoll and Hati, the two wolves. Then Atreus pulls out his bow, shoots it at the moon, and guides the wolf to the moon, splitting the sky into daytime. The trailer also showed many other characters that we have never seen before, including this woman from the deep sea that can be seen confronting Kratos or wanting to talk to him. Then we see a guy with a purple blade that looks really cool and kinda reminds me of one of the enemies you fight in the 2018 God of War that were kinda hard to fight. Basically a base level enemy that's a little harder than the usual. Next, we see this really cool looking tree, and if you pay close attention, you can see some birds on top of the tree, and those birds are green, indicating that they are Odin's ravens. If you remember in the 2018 God of War, Odin's ravens are a type of collectible that is tracked in all regions you explore. Then there's this like giant jellyfish that we see. We don't really know what the jellyfish is all about, but it's definitely cool looking. Then obviously it ends with Kratos and Thor battling it out, and perhaps what might be the best boss fight ever in any video game. Alright, that was the breakdown for the story trailer for God of War Ragnarok. I hope you guys enjoyed this video or found it informative. If you did, please do leave a like on this video in order to support the channel. Also subscribe to the channel for your daily gaming news, and don't forget to hit the bell notification icon to never miss any future uploads. That's all from me now. I'll catch you next time.